What is up, guys? All right, let's jump right into this price action for stock ticker MVIS Microvision. All right, this has been a very volatile stock, very heavily manipulated, high short interest, and just a lot of nonsense going on with this one. But this is a very dear stock to my heart. All right, I love Microvision. I think they could change the world, and I think their LiDAR tech is probably best in class, to be honest with you. I believe what I read about this stock. I normally don't believe what I just read, just randomly, but I do believe in this stock, and for that reason, I have a large position in it. All right, I've been in this stock since about $10.50. So when we broke this level right here, this key level down here on the daily time frame, this is about when I got in, a little above the break, somewhere up in here. This zone, I got in somewhere around here, around 10.50. All right, ran it all the way up to $24. Didn't take profit. All right, did not take profit here, and I definitely didn't take profit down here when it dipped down to $10.10. All right, and from here we've just been consolidating. All right, between this, this zone that I got in at and this 1932 that I always seem to be talking about, and I'm sure you guys are sick of it already. But this is just it's a very, very key level, all right? And it just is. When we zoom out and we look at we look at the higher time frame here on the day. This is a daily time frame. All right, you see that we're steadily going up. All right, we got a really big trend line here. All right, that has a lot of action around it, and we've yet to dip below it. Except one time, okay? Except one time here, where we did dip below it just a little bit, but we had a double bottom here and we shot all the way up. This was off that news. There was Microsoft news here, and then the pump from Reddit took us all the way up to $28.10, all right? Fell off super hard after that, all the way back down to the trend line right here at about $12.30, and bounced just right off of here, okay? Came up a little bit, did it again, and then we made a nice little run here, a nice, 2 or 3 week run all the way back up to $24 and around 71 cents. This was where people thought, okay, we were going to make a higher high. We were going to come up and close above that 28.10. It didn't happen, guys. We had not a nice one, but we did have a reversal signal here. All right, we got a big daily candle here. A lot more wick on the top side, a very small body. This is indicative of a volatile candle, pretty much telling you the market is super volatile. And we did have a reversal here. We broke these key levels of structure, and we actually did end up back below that 1932, which I didn't think was really going to happen again, to be honest with you. With all the stuff going on, with inside the company, I did not think we were going to break below that. And in fact, right here on this double bottom right here, I thought we would spring back up, but we didn't. We actually came back down and bounced the trend line again, down here at about $15.71. Okay. The fact that this trend line has been respected for so long, I mean, since the beginning of this move, really back in December 2020, early December 2020, it hasn't really ever broken this trend line, all right? And for that reason, I'm going to have to, logically think that it's not going to do it again, all right? It's not going to break that trend line once it bounces again. We have came down here pretty close to it, and we are touching the trend line here on the daily time frame. So I do expect a bounce here, especially because if we look to the left here, we have a pretty key level right here about, we'll give it a zone here, all right? Somewhere between this, 1543 and 1560. We got a little zone here, a key level. We got a lot of touch points on this zone. You see all these touch points right here. We got a bunch of action right here, a bunch of action right here, all across the board, a lot of touch points along this area, okay? So that tells me that this is a key level, and there's a potential for us to bounce off of that level, all right? And also, not only that, guys, I talk about this a lot too, the golden zone, all right? The members area on the Discord is called the golden zone because I just love it. It's a strong way to trade, and it's very simple. It's very black and white. It's very cut and dry. It's very easy to do, but it works, all right? It does work. So if I pull my Fib tool from right here to right here, all right, the top of the move. First of all, you must know that the actual top and the actual bottom, okay? So if this stock keeps coming down, let's just say it goes down to 1465, the Fib is out of play at this point, all right? It has to be the actual bottom of the move. And if it's not, then you can't use the Fib, all right? So you can either try to predict that it's the bottom. You could say, okay, it looks like it's going to bounce off this trend line, and so I'm going to use that as the bottom. So that's what we're doing here. We don't really have a reversal signal just yet, all right, just yet. But we can, in essence, predict that we're going to have one. Now, you can never predict the markets, okay? You can never sit here and say, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. But we have signals, we have indicators, we have ways to determine what we think could potentially happen. And the number one right now is just that we're at a key level. We're we're at the trend line, all right, a respected trend line for 6 months, all right, and you know, it looks like it's probably going to bounce here. So we'll use this as the bottom. So we're going to draw our golden zone in here, which is a 50 to 61.8% retracement. You can do this on the up or the downside, all right, and let's move this fib. Whoops, we just broke it. We just broke it for the whole video. Oh my God. All right, let's get back on it here. All right, man, this new keyboard is kind of messing me up. All right, so we got our golden zone here. So if we do a standard 50% retracement, that's going to put us back to about $20.24, all right? That's where it's going to put us. And that's going to keep us above that 1932, which is such a key pivotal level in this stock. It seems like every single time in the past we came up to this level, we just fell off. Look at this, fell off. Fell off, fell off, fell off. Just big moves to the downside every single time. And also to the upside, we had big moves once we did break through it. So you see this, we broke through this key level, we had a big jump. We broke through this key level, had a big jump. All right, so this is the most important level in Microvision, this 1932, okay? And the fact that we're below it right now isn't good, but it's not the end of the world, simply because a 50% retracement will put us back above that level, all right? And that's gonna put us in position to make a higher high above this 2810 right here, okay? But the only way we can do that is to get above that 1932 again, all right? So that's going to be the first goal for Microvision, is to get above that 1932, all right? If and when that happens, the golden zone is for sure in play, and it's going to for sure at least come up and test it, all right? The golden zone is a reversal zone, going up or down, all right? So if price gets up to a golden zone or down to a golden zone, it typically can reverse, all right? And with this stock, it's a little bit weird because the golden zone is right above a super hardcore key level that we have, you know, broken through and reversed off in the past. So if we do get above that 1932, I think we get above the golden zone and make a higher high above this 2810. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, if I check the RSI on the daily time frame, you can see that we're pretty oversold here. We're not too crazy on it, but it is around 40 on the RSI, which typically is indicative of a stock that's been oversold a little much, and people have sold their shares, all right? I don't see this dipping much harder simply due to the trend line and the zone right here in the middle of the screen. So I think we get a bounce here. I think we are going to come up and at least test that 1932. If we do something, crazy, like just bust through it, then that would be awesome. But we could, in essence, come up and, test it a couple times. We could come up, come down, come up, come down, and then find our way up like that. Sorry for the squiggly lines, but, something like that. Or we could just jump straight through the thing. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see and get our confirmations that we need in order to try and at least attempt to predict what price is going to do. But this stock is one that really likes to just be up and down. It doesn't consolidate for long, and when it does, it has big movements, all right? You see this big consolidation area, right? And here we just jumped straight out of that, had a huge move, all right? So this stock doesn't like to consolidate for long, except if you're looking at the higher time frames. If you're looking at the higher time frames, you can see this stock just bouncing up and down in this zone, all right? This is large frame consolidation, and that is, indicative of a volatile stock, all right? But in the short term, this upcoming week, I expect Microvision to bounce off this trend line, at least come up and test that 1932. And if it breaks that, I think we get above the golden zone and we make a new higher high. That's what I think on this move. It's going to generate some FOMO. A lot of people that sold here are going to want to get back in the event that we do start going higher. They don't want to miss out on the third higher on the daily time frame. If you guys look at this, draw a little trend line in here. We are making higher highs, all right? We're making higher highs and higher lows. If I zoom out for you guys will see this very easily. If you remove all this clutter in here, let's just do that real quick for you, actually. And we just draw our trend lines in like this. Guys, we're making higher highs and higher lows, all right? This is bullish. This is bullish. This is not bearish. This is bullish. The stock is going up. It's got to come down to go up, all right? So it could technically come down a little lower, test that trend line right there, and then bounce. Or it could bounce right here at this key level, all right? But either way, the long term says that this is in a bullish market. This is not a bearish market, no matter what anybody tells you. And if you're ever in doubt, just zoom out, because this will be your confirmation that you need to know you're in a bullish market in this stock, all right? And as far as the short-term price action goes, like I said, guys, we're going to need to get above that 1932 once again. And if we do, I think a new higher high is in play. I think a 30-plus, higher high is definitely in play, all right? I do. Because if we, let's just pretend that we come down and we test the trend line, then we bounce, and we do something like this and make a higher high up here. That puts us at 36 bucks. All right, that puts us over $30. So the trend line up here is pretty darn high. All right, so I think that, you know, even for us to come up here and, I mean, it wouldn't even make sense really to not go up and test the trend line if we did come up and, you know, test this 2810 again, because we've just been making higher highs in the daily time frame. It's taken a while, but we're still making higher highs. All right, if we drop down to like a 30-minute time frame, you see a lot more action here. But like I said, guys, I do think that we're at the bottom, we're at the floor. All right. I don't see us going all the way to the trend line, but even if we do, that still keeps us above 1470 or, you know, ish. And I think we bounce off that, guys. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with it. But I'm still super duper bullish on Microvision, guys. I still have a large position, and I'm looking to add on in the event of a break above 1932 again. You know, and that's just where I'm at with Microvision. I think we have a long way to go. I think our expectations were a bit high, and, you know, the FOMO and the hype kind of got to us. But, you know, it is what it is. But we know what we hold, guys, all right? We know what we hold. And I definitely know what I hold. And I'm not ever going to sell this position until a merger, buyout, acquisition, some kind of news or something, all right? I'm definitely holding for what I've been holding for since December, all right? And that's just, it is what it is, man. All right. So we did some quick TA on this video, guys. There's nothing too in depth here, but, you know, just to give you guys an idea of what I think is going to happen and what I think is coming in the future. I do think a test above $30 is for sure imminent. Don't know when exactly, but I think it's going to happen. Institutions are picking up on this stock. They're buying more. They're adding on. You know, shorts are probably covering a little bit here. And it's just, you know, it looks very, very, very bullish. All right. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe on my channel, all right? Hit that notification bell to get notified when I go live. Get on the Discord, look to the right of your screen. There's a little bit of information there for you, like I said. If that's something you're interested in, send me a DM on Discord and I will get you in on the team, all right? That's it for today, guys. Peace and love from my end. TradeModeJames signing out. Peace.